Are you for putting some of your money into a bullet train that goes from Fresno to Chowchilla?
You know, Tom, all I can think about is that Simpsons episode about the monorail where they put all of their money into this thing and it was a total disaster. I mean, this is something that not only nobody can afford, we don't even know if it's viable. And back in, this is not going to happen until 2033. They're saying this isn't going to be completed.
A ticket of Romney and Santorum would be quite interesting, wouldn't it? I mean, that could be quite a formidable double act.
Oh, I don't know. That doesn't sound like a good idea to me. I think certainly Jeremy Lin of the Knicks would be the obvious choice for momentum here, and he went to Harvard. But Chris Christie or Marco Rubio are clearly the front runners here. I think Romney and Santorum is just not a good idea in any way, shape, or form.
I want to have one name for who you think right now will be the nominee.
Mitt Romney.
Carol?
I'm voting for you, Piers.
Obviously, I'm not able to stand.
I want to see your birth certificate.
How are you going to get other, mainly Republicans, actually, to come out and fancy him too, with the same ardent fervour that you do?
Well, Piers, first of all, I don't think it even matters. I think you could have Curious George up there, and everyone in the Republican Party is going to vote for Curious George because it's all about beating Obama.
Needless to say, the First Lady is fired up, especially since she's been advocating against childhood obesity for years. Carol, what do you say?
Well, I have a word for this, Jerry, and I call it fat nutritionist syndrome. It's much easier to give out the advice than it is to take it ourselves, and we've all been guilty of it. But I think the bigger challenge here is Paula Deen. This is a woman who has her own brand of butter-flavored lip balm. So if anyone would need a superpower to be able to eat healthy around her, I'd say Michelle Obama is not a hypocrite. She just needs better friends.
That they don't look upon Romney as this very, very super rich, out-of-touch guy anymore. Would you agree with that?
I think it all boils down to electability, Piers, and I relate everything back to high school in America. And you have to remember that when it comes down to it, people want to elect somebody who's cool, not necessarily the smartest kid. So you've got Barack Obama, who's basically the prom king. You've got Newt Gingrich, who's head of the debate club. So at least Romney is going to the prom. And so, he has a chance against the prom king. I think everybody realizes that if you put Newt Gingrich against Barack Obama, even if your head says this makes sense, your gut is going to go, yeah, you know what, I just can't do this.
Yeah, Jerry, I'm pretty sure in living rooms all over this country, people were having conversations like, if we just knew who Donald Trump and Kim Kardashian and Snooki were voting for, then we would figure this whole race out. Look, the only person this matters to is Donald Trump. This is great PR for him. He's backing the right candidate. Romney's a business guy. He's a business guy. So more TV appearances and more sound bites for the Donald. A hat tip to Mr. Trump. And no, that is not a hair joke.
I'm going to disagree with you there, Piers. I think that it wasn't a clear success. I think this is an opportunity for Mitt Romney to be a myth buster. He can go in and say, yes, we bailed out Chrysler. And what happened? The American taxpayers lost, by all accounts, $1.3 billion. And now the company is owned almost 60% by an Italian company, Fiat. That is a raging failure. So I think he can come in and really be this myth buster, just dispel the myths that Obama's taking credit for. That doesn't seem like a success, and you can put somebody up there to say, hey, does that sound like a success to you? And I think most people would say no.
I've got to say, I've always rather liked Piers. But anyway, Michael, last word.